What up, everybody? It's Lonnie here. Wednesday, December 3rd. This year is flying. Uh, for those who don't know, and those who maybe do know, I figured I would do a little bit of an introductory video. Originally started doing a couple of these videos just for a couple unique niche kind of questions that people had asked. And it's kind of spurned into something a little bit bigger, and there's a lot of people who have liked them and are looking forward to seeing more of them. So I guess I need to start doing these more often. So I figured I would jump in and do a little introductory of myself and kind of tell everybody what my background is and how this is kind of spurned and what it's turning into. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a crypto guru. I don't have an economics degree that I can flash and show and tell you how smart I am. What I do have is a passion for this type of conversation. I love talking about investments. I love talking about wealth building. And I love being involved in the markets. I'm the guy watching Bloomberg and all of the market and driven TV shows in the morning. I follow all of the news and stuff, and versus your sitcom dramas and stuff. So this is where my interest is, and I like sharing the knowledge that I've learned from teaching myself. Back in 2010, I was still the same kid watching all these shows and trying to learn this knowledge. So I've got 15 years of teaching myself and researching that I can kind of stand on and tell people. So even though I don't have a paper, I do have some decent experience in this. Back in 2010, kind of ironic. My dad and I were talking about Bitcoin being the future. Bitcoin, we need to jump into this, and we didn't, because we talked about doing a $10,000 investment in Bitcoin. I vividly remember the price was 125, 127 was where it was kind of bouncing around that time. I needed to show my dad that we could do it in one transaction, and then we can make a purchase with Bitcoin. And back then, you couldn't do it very easily. It was a lot trickier. So fast forward to the time, I had been kind of investing in shares and stuff, very basic and low risk. 2018, 2019, I started doing some options trading. 2020, and I actually had some success. I was pretty successful day trading options and made enough money to where I started my business, Bully Bins, funded through my profits of options trading. And then in the beginning, in the first year or two, I left Costco to be full-time Bully Bins, but it was mostly the day trading that provided me the money to live off of while I was getting it started. I drained a lot of that account that I have. I'm not some crazy rich guy. This isn't a get-rich-quick thing. I'm not sitting here telling you like, oh yeah, follow my trades and I'm going to guarantee you wealth and glory. It's none of that. But I do encourage people. I have plenty of friends and family that I've started telling and sharing this with, and I've helped them grow some wealth. It's really cool to see, especially, in the entrepreneurial side. You don't have a 401k from your business or a retirement that you're contributing to, so you kind of got to do it yourself. And it's cool to be able to help some people do that, and they're sitting there with a nice little account built up and are tracking towards having some financial freedom in the future. And so I want to kind of share that with the masses, with the understanding that I'm not a financial advisor, but I love sharing the knowledge of this stuff. So whether it be crypto, or equities, gold to silver, whatever you want to do, I like talking it all. And if you want to talk about starting a business, I like talking about that too. I'm not an expert. I'm not going to get you to profit land right away, but I can help you walk through it and be a good sounding board, asking you the right questions, guiding you in the right direction on how to do your LLC, how to price out and get everything started, how you're going to be competitive in the market, advertising and tools. Like, I like helping and doing all that. So reach out to me, and I'm not going to guarantee you immediate success. There's no promises, but if you need somebody that has a little bit of an understanding and a little bit of experience, I love walking you through it and getting it started. So now we fast forward to what kind of started these videos. Last December, my pops came to me talking about this cryptocurrency TXC and what did I know about it. Knew nothing about it. being the trading on the trading focus side of it, you really got to stay geared towards the top 10, top 20 as far as market caps go, because there's enough volume and liquidity to be able to make your trades actively. I didn't want to jump into the meme craze and the pump and dumps, the Hawk Tuas and everything. So I really dismissed his first initiation. I said, hey, until it's a top 20, until it's a top 50, it's not worth an investment. Because that's what I thought we were doing, is I thought we were trying to invest in this, and I was dismissing him like he dismissed my Bitcoin, because we're not going to be radical. We're not going to jump into something that's not established. Well, he ended up getting me a mining share as a Christmas gift kind of thing, and because he wanted me to get involved in this and see it, so he got my attention, and here we are. That was back in December. Been kind of following it. He asked me questions. I kind of tell him. He fell in love with this thing. He is very much the no stone unturned before I get into something, so he knows this thing way more than I do as far as the project side of it. And I just have been kind of following the market side of it because that's what I like. Could never go a dinner or breakfast or any kind of encounter with him without hearing about all the cool stuff that's going on and the excitement. So really kind of rattled me and said, hey, dude, check this thing out. It's really taken off. So now here we are coming up on a full year of this thing. And not only has the project taken off, the market side of it's taken off. This thing has got roots, and it is something that's worth sharing with everybody in my eyes. You know, I look back and I wish I shared with everybody the way that my pops was sharing with me back in December, and told everybody to get in, because this thing turned into a huge win since then, considering it was 9 cents in December and it's $3.80 now. That's hindsight. Can't get into that now, but there's still a great opportunity here for everybody to get into it, and there's great opportunity to get into any kind of investment. You know, a famous quote, famous saying that I have followed and I live by is this question: when is the best time to plant a tree? And the answer is 20 years ago. You'll have a healthy tree, rooted, green, living, thriving, and fully grown. But when is the second best time to plant a tree? And that's today. You can never go if you don't take that first step. So if you want to get into building, whether it be an investment account that's fully diverse of stocks, gold and silver, crypto, and all, or if you want to get into one like TXC right away, or if you want to do options trading, if you're trying to start a business, no matter what you got to do, you got to just start. Just do it. And let it start working and building. So we got to take the first step before we can take the last step, kind of thing. So that's where I am. This project has been really fun for my dad and I, as he's all in. He's actually in Texas building the mines that are creating the value of this project. So my dad's building the mine. I know the money's going to what it's supposed to be because he's doing it. And then I'm over here watching the market and following the price and seeing this action and being able to talk to people who have never self-invested and are wanting to learn how is fun for me. So if you want to talk about it, you can message me and we can talk through anything that you want to get involved in. I'll share any knowledge that I have that I've learned myself. And hopefully everybody, you know, I love to tell everybody we're going to get rich, but at least we're going to make more money than we had yesterday as on this. And if anything, we learned something cool. But that's a little background on me. I will probably be doing these more often because I like talking about it. And if you don't like listening to me ramble and talk, I apologize. But if you do, please, you know, like, share, subscribe, and do all that fun stuff. I have a YouTube channel that I'm starting to post these videos up more often. I'm going to try to share them on Facebook and some of the others. A lot of it is going to be geared around TXC, just because that's the one that I have a lot of interest in right now. And my dad is fully vested in and very interested in. So that's kind of where this is going to be geared around. The other parts of it too, I'll make sure I'll throw out some videos because, you know, I'm in Intel and some of the other AI and chip stocks, the data center stuff, robotics. That's kind of where everything is on the stock market side. But there's also the long terms, the Apples and the Googles and Microsofts. Those big names are always cool. The regular ETFs, there's money to be made out there. You just got to go jump in and plant that tree. So feel free to ask me anything, and let's get into this.